Jesus, help them now. What is up, guys? How's everybody doing today? You already know I got the stunner shade for the haters, for all those people that were hating on the Lake Show. We here, we in the finals. We made it big time. 4 more to go, though. 4 more to go, and then we can claim that title. Then we can say the best in the West, best in the league. No one could stop us. No one could top us. Everybody talking that trash. No one could have done nothing. So we just need 4 more wins, and the Lakers are super, super committed, and they're damn. Yo, these Lakers are in another level of God. They're gonna destroy the Heat, but it's not gonna be easy. I'm not going to tell you guys that it's, going to be a clean sweep or anything like that. But the Lakers do have the edge in that category. Man, a lot has gone on in this weekend. I should start doing shows on the weekend. But nonetheless, let's start off with the breaking news today. Breaking news. Doc Rivers, overrated coach of the decade, or actually of the millennium in history, is fired. Doc Rivers is fired. Oh, poor guy. Wonder what happened. Wonder why he got fired. Because apparently he was one of the greatest coaches of all time. And he was the best at what he did. But for some reason, he's fired. Why? What happened? I don't know, man. I don't know. What happened? Damn. I'm so sad. It couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. I mean, he is nice. I'm not gonna be petty about it like that, but he is a nice coach. Unfortunately, things happen, and it is what it is. And unfortunately and fortunately for LA, he is not gonna be here. I'm seeing him going to either, I don't know. Now he can't do the Pelicans thing. He can't rebuild. If he can't hold a dynasty with the Clippers and the previous Clippers, Lob City, and then with the Boston Celtics, there's no way he's going to help a team rebuild. So, best case scenario, hey, that Houston job just opened up. Interesting? No. Coincidence? Maybe. Interesting? Definitely. But that Houston gig opened up now that D'Antoni's not there, which is another overrated coach. Doesn't play defense. Ends up getting beat up. He ended up getting beat up. But yes, let's talk about Doc Rivers. So here's the thing. He has a 27-32 record in the playoffs. Let's talk about the teams that Doc Rivers has coached. Let's look at that 2008-2012 Celtics. They had Kevin Garnett, kind of in his prime. The first title, he was in his prime. Ray Allen, prime. Rajon Rondo, coming into the league, still young but able to do things. Paul Pierce. He was still relevant. Yet they only won 1 championship. And they dragged that title every single year as if it was a dynasty. 1 championship from 2008, and they're still celebrating it. They're having annual dinners. It's cool. Keep it cool with your homies. Do your thing, but damn, they milked the hell out of that title. No other team. I've never heard of the 2004 biggest upset in history, probably in history, if not the other Detroit Pistons versus the other Lakers of the 80s. I've never heard them getting together annually to discuss their title, their championships, what they've been up to. They keep it cool, but you don't hear them having dinners every year. Yet you have the Boston Celtics from 2008 still having annual dinners and not including Ray Allen in it. Pettiness. Because he won another title with LeBron James, who supposedly this Celtics team ran off the court. But let's talk about Doc Rivers, shall we? Let's talk about his disastrous and horrendous playoffs. In 2003, he had a 3-1 lead against the Pistons. Guess what happened? In 2009, he had a 3-2 lead on the Magic. The Lakers didn't face the Magic. The Lakers didn't face the Celtics in 2009. So I wonder what happened there. 2010, he had a 3-2 lead against the Lakers. Who won in 2010? Interesting. I don't know. I can't remember who won the championship in 2010. 2012, he had a 3-2 lead against the Heat. Yeah, the Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, and LeBron James Heat. Wonder what happened in 2012. 2015, the second time he has a 3-1 lead against an opponent, the Rockets. And guess what happened? And in 2020, third career 3-1 lead. Ladies and gentlemen, 3-1. He had a 3-1 lead. He gave up a 3-1 lead 3 times in his coaching career. Am I surprised that they fired him? No. I was even telling them it's not out of my benefit, but Doc Rivers is overrated. He might be a great person. He might be a phenomenal mental coach. But as far as performing and building something and doing a system to help it work, oh, there goes the poster. He's not that man. So let me fix that. Can't have this looking like a Clippers. I got more banners than the Clippers up there. So yes, it's been too long that the Clippers held on to Doc Rivers, and at one point he was running everything about the Clippers, not just the coaching. He was a president, if you guys remember. He was involved in the free agency. He was involved in hiring. He was involved in paying Austin Rivers, his son, that big contract. He's worth it. Yeah, he was worth it, but right off the bat, he gave him that money like no hesitation. So this should have been done a long time ago. Fortunately for the Lakers, they didn't, and now we get to see Doc Rivers as the fraud that he is. We get to see the Clippers as the frauds they are. And this is, again, and look at this picture. Seattle Supersonics. Seattle already has a baseball team, the Mariners. Seattle already has a football team. They have football teams. One is the Seahawks, and the other one is the Seattle Sounders, a soccer team. They're just missing a basketball team. I was advocating and I was pushing for them to go to San Diego because they already have the Padres and they already had a football team with the Chargers. I was hoping they'd take both of them with them. But hey, maybe they and this new uniform can help them to get rid of that curse. Not my benefit. It's not for my benefit. I don't care. I just don't want them in LA. I like, cool that they were here, cool that they were doing their thing while the Lakers were down. All that is cool, but 2020 they took it to another level of bull and pettiness. They started doing those little signs advocating their justice for their being here and how they're more morally acquitted to be here. Come on, guys. Do you guys remember spotlights over streetlights or streetlights over spotlights? LA our way. LA our way, really? We don't give up 3-1 leads. The only time that's happened is the Lakers in 2006, but at least Kobe had a reason. How is he going to do it by himself against Steve Nash, Amari Stoudemire, and that Suns team? So yes, I am campaigning for the whatever this team is to get out. Clippers, Sonics, or the new San Diego team, whatever. Just leave LA. That's my campaign. They haven't built a fan base here because if you go to Laker games and Clipper games, the majority of the fan base there, if not sold out and full, is Laker fan base. Yet they want to come up and say LA our way. Y'all got a lot of fixing up to do. Clean house up in there. And that billionaire is trying to help you guys out, and all it is imploding in your faces. No one wants to, no one wants to play with Paul George. Doc Rivers is the latest. So in reality, you guys remember when the thing was LeBron James is a coach killer? What about Paul George though? We got nothing to say about Paul George being a coach killer, the new age coach killer. So yeah, I'm hoping they do move out, not to Inglewood. No. Get away from there. I'm hoping they just vanish and leave. But anyways, let's talk some good, shall we? Let's talk about the Lakers. This is what we're here for. This is what we're here for. We went through a whole... Let me take these off. We went through hell. I mean, hell. Do you guys remember that 2014 roster? Nick Young was the marquee player. Jordan Clarkson was coming into age. Julius Randle broke his leg first game. Kobe Bryant wasn't healthy. Do you guys remember 2014? Do you guys remember 2015? Pau Gasol left. For the life of me, Robert Sacre was probably the only name I could think of. Jordan Hill, maybe. And I think Mitch Kupchak had to pay a lot for some of the trash they brought in. 2016, the best thing about it was Lou Williams being acquired by the Lakers. Lou Williams. But unfortunately, they acquired Mozgov. So we went through hell. 17 wins in 1 year. Worst season in Lakers history. We were in tank mode for those 7 years. We were in tank mode with Kobe Bryant in the roster. Sad. We sent out Kobe with a 17-win record. And the 17th win came in the last game of the year. The last game of the season against the Utah Jazz. And there was a lot of fouls in that game, but Kobe had to will them into that win. So we went through hell. So let's look at how they got here in Game 5 versus the Nuggets. Plain and simple. There's no debate about this. No one could say otherwise. Plain and simple, LeBron James happened. LeBron James in the fourth quarter just straight up took over and said, nah. He had that focus in the shootout. Pre-shootout, he was already focused. You could see it that he was not going to lose this game. They were not going to a Game 6. Hell no, they weren't going to a Game 6. LeBron James finishes with 28 points, 10 rebounds, and almost 8 assists in this series. In this series, LeBron James finished with almost a triple-double. Damn. But he did finish the game with a triple-double. 38 points, bro. 14 and 10? Yeah, there was no way they were going to go to a Game 6. There was no way. This Lakers team is too legit. Too legit, man. And we haven't even talked about the rest. LeBron James just said, fourth quarter, we're not losing. We're not losing. We're not giving up the lead. We're not going to, no. Give me the ball. And he took over. He took over. So let's talk about the other heroes in this series. So here's the thing. I mentioned the impact that Dwight Howard had. I have a video. Go check out my YouTube page, Legendary Sports ORG, Legendary Sports ORG on YouTube. And there's a video out there, like maybe the 10th or 11th video that I put out a couple months ago, where when they acquired Dwight Howard, I said he was going to be the impact player for the Lakers. A lot of people didn't want him here. A lot of people didn't like that he came back. A lot of people didn't believe in him. A lot of teams gave up on him. Teams gave up on him. Yet, this is what he did in the series against Jokic. While Dwight Howard was on and Jokic was on for 86 minutes in the series, Nikola Jokic's offensive rating was 102.3. His defensive rating, 122. So he was scoring at a pace of 102 points per game while on the floor with Dwight Howard, and he was giving up 122 points for a net rating of negative 19.7, damn near negative 20. Dwight Howard got him. Dwight Howard had the impact, man. Now here's why that's important. While Jokic was on the court and Dwight Howard was off, 81 minutes total, Jokic's points offensive rating went up to 115, from 102 to 115, almost 116 points. and his defensive rating went down. So he was better defensively at 113 compared to 122 while Dwight was on, for a plus 2.6 net rating. So Dwight Howard not only impacted the game positively for the Lakers offensively, but he disrupted Jokic. I'm gonna tell you guys a story, and I just saw this video not that long ago. So here's the thing. I heard Dwight Howard ask Kobe how could he get better in 2009. In 2009, after the finals, and I'm gonna try to upload this video as soon as possible, but after the finals, Dwight Howard approached Kobe Bryant and asked him, hey, how can I get better? How can I improve my game? And Kobe Bryant told him, well, before every game, every single day, I score 100 baskets. He doesn't shoot 100 baskets. He scores 100 baskets. Big difference. Big difference. So Dwight Howard, and 2 years later, he came in second in MVP. You know who won the MVP in 2011? And this is the youngest, the youngest MVP in NBA history. And I hate the fact that he got injured and he was never the same, but he had so much potential, and it hurts every time, you bring up Derrick Rose. So Derrick Rose was the reason Dwight Howard didn't get the MVP. But Kobe willed him into getting better and becoming better. You guys remember when he called him soft? You got to understand that later on, Dwight Howard took that as, you're right, I am soft. I got to man up and I got to be a better person. I got to be better not only for myself, but for my teammates and for the success of the organization. And here we are, where Dwight Howard is now talked about as not just a third option, but a key important player to winning for the Lakers. And here, listen to this.
What do you think the team mentality is approaching this game 5?
Simple. Job is not finished.
Still waiting for a big smile out of you. You're up 2-0. What's the story? Are you not happy, or you're only half happy, or?
Still to be happy about.
You're up 2-0.
Job's not finished. Job finished? I don't think so.
What do you think?
So, the mentality that Kobe put into Dwight Howard has now sprouted. That seed that he planted in his head has now sprouted, and it's working. I can't say with certainty that the Lakers are going to re-sign him next season. I don't think he's going to be cheap. I don't think he's going to, no. He's not going to get a cheap contract. He is going to get a contract. I don't know if the Lakers are willing to pay him, because also you got to understand there's DeMarcus Cousins, who we're not talking about yet, but DeMarcus Cousins is going to be a free agent, and he's going to be essentially in the market. At this point, I see what Dwight Howard has done and revitalized his career, because he was on the point of never playing a game again. And here we are. He's four wins away from an NBA title. So I would like for Dwight Howard to come back, but at the right price, because you also got to understand that free agents are going to come in the year after. Giannis Antetokounmpo. So, and then you got to also pay Anthony Davis, God willing that he comes back. So right now, Laker fans, enjoy it, because next year, you don't know what the team's going to look like. We just have LeBron, Kyle Kuzma, and Caruso for sure locked down. Rondo's going to be a free, or actually he has a player option. Rondo's going to have a player option. I don't think he's going to exercise it. But you look at everybody else, JaVale McGee. Danny Green's locked up, but KCP, you don't know what this team's going to look like next year. And here's the other thing that's happening right now. A lot of people are running with this little nonsense. I sure as hell hope this doesn't happen. So, yeah. No, thank you. Plain and simple, no, thank you. Yes, He's a generational player. Yes, I know what his MVP year. I get it. Triple double. Yes. But you also saw what he wasn't able to do with James Harden, who is another superstar in the league. You also saw what he wasn't able to do with Kevin Durant, another superstar in the league. And then that little, minute that he was the main guy and only guy with the Oklahoma City Thunder, it won't work out with him, LeBron, and Anthony Davis. The contract's just too big. And the latest article that I saw to get Westbrook included Kyle Kuzma, Alex Caruso, and Danny Green, plus 2 future first-round picks. No, I'm sorry, guys. If you guys are the ones that want Westbrook, it won't work out. 1, it's a heavy contract. 2, he doesn't play well with others. And then in crunch time, the most important time of the game, he's not there. He's nowhere to be seen. So the Lakers just have to focus on Anthony Davis and making sure they build another, bring it back, run it back. Rondo might not be the guy that we are seeing right now during the regular season, but I told you guys, playoff Rondo is a thing. And I told you guys before he even came into the, the Rocket series or the Portland series, the later Portland series. He might have been the Rocket season. But there is a thing as playoff Rondo and another person that's impacting the game. Whether he might not be good during regular season, but in the playoffs when it matters, he's elite. He's elite. So yeah, next season, the priority should be Anthony Davis and how can we get better. Caruso has to be, a lot of people didn't give Caruso the credit and they were disrespecting him, especially the Houston Rocket fan base. Who is Alex Caruso? They were bitching and complaining about it. Came up, did his thing, and now look at him. One of the main reasons. Actually, everybody had an important role in this series to get into the finals. Yet Caruso is still not viewed with the respect that he deserves. So Laker fans, let's talk about the opponent in the finals, the Miami Heat. So the Lakers beat them in the regular season. Different team though. Completely different team. No Avery Bradley. This time they're not playing JaVale McGee as much in the postseason, in the playoffs. So it is going to be a tough matchup. I'm not scared, but I am a little aware of what they're able to do just because of Jimmy Butler. Look at this, Kelly Olynyk, I'm sorry. Nice dime. Oh, man, that was beautiful. But, yes, it took a lot for the Lakers to win that game. Damn. This shot goes in, they go into overtime. He wanted that foul. A lot of Heat fans wanted that foul. So, I don't know what to say, guys. I'm not with the Blazers. I was hesitant to say 5 because I know Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum could each give you 30. So I went safe and said 6. I didn't expect Damian Lillard to get injured. I didn't. No one ever does. No one ever expects an injury. It happens. Ask the Bucks. With the Rockets, after the game 1 loss, I was still with the Lakers, but in 6. But I did believe that small ball lineup was going to be a problem. I did believe that Westbrook and Harden were going to drop 30 every single game. You just got to stop PJ Tucker. Daniel House, which was a fucking idiot for getting a hole in his room, but that's on his dumbass. And everything else that happened. I didn't expect Westbrook to brick out. I didn't expect Harden to choke out. I didn't expect Austin Rivers and Eric Gordon to not show. I didn't expect none of that. So 5 was a success. Now for the Nuggets, after they did what they did to the Utah Jazz, I was like, okay, it's still Clippers. I think everybody and their mama thought Clippers for sure. I don't think anybody out there said that was not a Denver Nuggets fan said Nuggets. Yet they pulled through a 3-1 lead 2 consecutive series. That's why I went again conservative and said Lakers in 6. But if I had done the video on Saturday, when I saw LeBron James' face work during the workout, I would have said Lakers are winning it in 5. And you guys could go to my social media and see that. Like I straight up just called it and said Lakers in 5. Lakers are winning it tonight. LeBron's gonna go off. And yeah, look at what happened. So this happened. This is legit a good thing. But again, Jimmy Butler exists. The Chicago Bulls traded him. The T-Wolves complained about him. The 76ers didn't bother with him. The Heat embraced him. And they built around his mentality. That's what it's about. The killer mentality. And you see it. You see it in Hero sometimes. You see it in Dragic. You see it in these players. Bam Bam has it, man. They have that fire and desire to win. The Boston Celtics, I mean, they had the tools to have a 20-point game per player. At least 6 players could have dropped 20 points easily. We're talking about 120 points just within 6 players, but they didn't show up. But kudos to Danny Ainge for having all those draft picks. Kudos to the fan base who didn't want Anthony Davis. Kudos to all the things and abilities and all the players that they had at their disposal and chose to not trade for another superstar. Didn't work out with Kyrie Irving. I don't know who was the problem there, but I'm blaming the fans. That fan base is garbage. But nonetheless, I think this series goes 7. You might not see it in my face. I'm not confident. Jimmy Butler is just Jimmy Butler, man. Jimmy Butler. I hope I'm wrong. But Lakers in 7. I hope it's Lakers in 5 because, bro, stress. 2020 has been a stress, man. 2020 has been a stressful ass year. And I don't want to go through that again. But I want to throw a quick shout out and shade to Skip Bayless, Marcellus Wiley, Colin Cowherd, Paul Pierce, the Rocket fan base, Nugget fan base, Clipper fan base, and all the other bitch ass haters that jumped on 2K trying to beat the Lakers while crying. Keep talking that trash. We remember, we keep receipts. We bring that up later on. You kick us when we're down, we break the leg that you use to kick us while we're down. So all the haters out there that are mad that the Lakers are in the finals, stay mad. We're getting number 17. And also, more shade to the Boston fans. Do you realize that y'all won 1 title after the Berlin Wall was brought down? Do you guys realize that the Larry O'Brien Trophy was created in 1977, which means you guys have in reality only won 4 championships or 4 trophies? I hope Boston goes to sleep crying at night. When we come back, we're gonna talk playoff baseball. We're gonna talk about the Dodgers and all the good things that are coming up for next week's stressful week in LA. Stay tuned. All right, guys. So, if you guys live in LA, you guys are sports fans of LA fans. Prepare yourself for the most stressful week probably ever. This has got to be the most stressful week in sports for LA. If you think about it, you got the Lakers on Wednesday going at 6 p.m. Pacific. Then you got the Dodgers going at 7 p.m. Pacific. Both in the playoffs. One is in the finals. The other one is a wild card bull. Doesn't even make any sense to have it. But, oh, damn. You guys can't see what I posted? Interesting. Damn. Let's see. I mean, it looks like you could see it, though. Beto Soto. Okay. I mean, it looks like you could see it on my end. Hopefully everybody out there could see it and is able to watch the show as I talk about the Dodgers. Looks like we might have some technical difficulties on one of the shows. Hang tight, Dodger fans. Trying to adjust these technical difficulties. That's interesting. Well, we'll go over the show. Hopefully you guys could see it. And let's talk about the postseason. Let's talk about what the brackets look like. And again, this is going to be the most stressful. I want to know what you guys are going to do for this week. Some pericazos, a lot of tequila, some gummies, some edibles, what are you guys going to do to counter the stress and the high blood pressure that's going to occur this week? Because I need help. I'm already, look at my hands, man. I'm stressed. Like, look at me. I'm sweating. And it's not even Wednesday. Not even Tuesday yet. It's almost Tuesday, but not yet. And I'm stressed the hell out. So I need advice on what you guys are doing to, I guess, watch the playoffs. Like, what are you guys going to do? Give me some hope. Tell me something. What are you guys going to do? I'm legit stressed. Here we go. Okay. Got the playoffs. Okay. Damn. Sorry, guys. I don't know what happened with my live feed today. Technical difficulties, and let me see if I could post the other video. Stay tuned. Let me try to adjust this real quick. Give me a couple minutes. All right, I hope you guys can see me out there and are able. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Thank you guys for staying tuned in, and appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys the love that I'm getting. Appreciate you guys being out here for me and backing it up. I mean, it's a struggle, man. It's a struggle to be one of these big wigs, but appreciate you guys tuning in and holding tight. This segment's gonna go off the rails because you already know when I talk crap. If you guys don't know me yet, you guys are gonna get to know me, and you're either gonna love the fact that I'm blatantly open about the teams, or you're gonna love the fact that I talk a lot of trash. You either hate me because I talk too much, or you're gonna love me because I talk a lot. And we're gonna talk about the Dodgers. So I hope you guys are ready. And I was asking earlier, what are you guys gonna do to combat the stress and high blood pressure you guys are gonna get this week if you guys are LA sports fans? You got the Rams, who just lost, unfortunately. You got the Lakers, who are in the finals. You got the Dodgers, who are in the postseason, and they are gonna be in a best of 3 game series set. Some dumb, just straight up dumb setup. So what are you guys gonna do to like combat that stress? I'm stressed out, man. I'm like sweating, and it's like I got the AC on and everything. I'm fresh in here. It's like 60 degrees in here, and I'm stressing. I'm like legit sweating. Are you guys doing some pericasos? Are you guys doing some I don't know, some weed to combat the stress, like relax and mellow out? Are you guys drinking, getting drunk as hell, crossfade? Are you guys crossfading? Gummies, edibles? Or like, what are you guys doing? I need help. I'm not about that pericaso life. I'll do everything else except for that. I'm not extreme, guys. Sorry. So I need some advice. What do you guys suggest? What do you guys recommend to help out with the stress, guys? Whew, yeah, man, I'm stressed, bro. Stressed. And we're not even in game 1 yet. Where are you guys watching too? Are you guys doing anything special, carne asadas or anything like that? Let me know. Invite. But anyways, let's get on to the bracket. So here it goes. On the left side, you got the American League. On the right side, you got the National League. So here it goes. And I'm going to give you guys what I believe is going to happen. First off, Tampa Bay Blue Jays. I'm giving it to Tampa Bay because I just believe they have more experience, a little bit more power, and better pitching. The Blue Jays have Hyun-Jin Ryu, great pitcher. They got Vladdy. They got good batters. This might go into a 3-game set, but I'm giving it to Tampa. Indians and Yankees. Yankees have been hit and decimated. I mean, destroyed by injuries. So I'm giving it to Cleveland on this one. Easy. The Twins and Houston. Listen. Twins. Minnesota. We are watching you guys. We are rooting for you guys. We are pulling for you guys. We're hoping you guys get that W, because there's no way in hell we're going to ever forgive you guys if you guys lose to this trash-ass team, that fraud team that doesn't even belong in the playoffs. If it wasn't for the 16-team playoffs thing, they wouldn't be in this. So, Twins, I'm pulling for you. Twins over Houston. A's and White Sox. This is a matchup right here. This team right here, the White Sox, were a come-up team. I didn't expect them to. Reality, that 7th seed doesn't describe the justice. It's just, they're just there, unfortunately, for the 7th seed because of, things happen. But they're better than the 7th team. They're a surprise. So I'm going Chicago on this one. So to recap, Tampa, Cleveland, Twins, Sox. That's where I'm going. And then the right side for the National League, obviously I'm going Dodgers. Nothing is guaranteed. Nothing is ever guaranteed. So I can't say affirmatively and confidently that the Dodgers are going to win it in 2. There's no way I can say that, because here's the thing. And I'll dive into that later. But let's talk about the other team. San Diego, St. Louis. San Diego's got to come up. They've been talking all that trash. Tatis is the MVP supposedly to everybody in the National League, everybody in the media, everybody out there. Tatis is the MVP, so they better come out of this. So I'm going San Diego. They better not disappoint. San Diego coming out over St. Louis. Chicago Marlins. Chicago, easy. Braves, Reds. This is a good matchup because the Reds have pitching. Sonny Gray and Trevor Bauer, they got pitching. The Braves might not have the pitching, but they got the power. Acuna, Markakis, they got players that can hit. They got some players. So this one right here, I'm just gonna flip a coin, and I'm going Reds. I'm going Reds on this one. So, yeah. Let's talk about the Dodgers. Let's talk about the Dodgers, shall we? So here it goes. Why am I not confident about the Dodgers and their abilities to win it all in this series? Not only in this series, but the actual World Series. Here's the reasons. The main reason why I'm not confident is Dave Roberts. The inability to coach in the postseason has shown multiple times, not just last year, but since 2016. Leaving Kershaw in there to get burned up by Chicago, that's on him, boy. That's on Dave Roberts. So, Dave Roberts is the biggest obstacle, in my eyes, for the Dodgers to succeed. Second, Cody Bellinger, Max Muncy, AJ Pollock. The offense not showing up. And I'm not going to let Mookie Betts slide with his postseason performance. The offense in general is iffy. I don't have confidence and full faith in this team in the postseason offensively. Pitching-wise, though, I have the full and utmost trust in our Game 1 starter. And if you guys don't know who that is, let me present to you Walker Buehler. Game 1 is going to Walker Buehler, who you already know can deal with the stress, who you already know can do what he can do. Game 163, postseason 2018, 2019, you know what he is able to do under the brightest of lights and the biggest of pressures. So I'm not even stressing about Game 1. I'm not stressing about Game 1. You already know what I'm stressing about. I'm stressing about Game 2. Kershaw. That's where I'm stressing. The Kershaw postseason curse is a real thing. No matter how you try to present it, I'm not going to blame him for 2017, and I'm not going to fully blame him for 2018 based on, some of the evidence that the Boston Red Sox are cheating. I'm not going to fully blame him for 2015 because that, again, was not on him. 2013 was him. He choked against the Cardinals. 2014, he choked against the Cardinals again. 2015, that was on Greinke not covering third and letting Daniel Murphy run all the way to third and eventually becoming the go-ahead run. And then 2016, obviously, Dave Roberts left a minute to die. 2017, the cheating bitches from Houston happened. 2018, it was Game 5. And 2019, that's both on Dave Roberts and Clayton Kershaw. Clayton Kershaw should have performed and done his job, his duty to perform in that situation, to just pitch. That's on him. He did it. He did it in that one inning. It's on Dave Roberts and Kershaw for keeping them in there and imploding actually, versus Juan Soto. And then, yeah. So, yes, Kershaw is a real thing. The Kershaw curse is a real thing. That's where I'm not too confident in Game 2. Game 2. But you got to remember, the Dodgers are playing a familiar team. The last time the Dodgers played the Brewers, 2018. This happened. If not for this catch, who knows what happens next. But I do know that this was big, crucial catch for the Dodgers, and that helped them. Well, that technically propelled them into the World Series. That was that push, that step on the pedal that helped them get the energy they needed to move on. So, talking about the bats, let's talk about the offense and the two players that I'm actually hoping they show up. The two players that I'm putting the most pressure on. The two players that I'm actually is going to be on them. First one is Cody Bellinger. Well underperformed. How do you go from MVP to just garbage the next year? And then you have all those things where he adjusted his swing, girlfriend. Things happen. Distractions. And AJ Pollock, who had a huge bounce back year. I still have yet to make that video apologizing and giving him that credit. But those are the two guys that I'm looking to put the most expectations on in this postseason, because Cody Bellinger is not a postseason performer. Defensively, yes. Offensively, no. AJ Pollock, 11 strikeouts. But huge bounce back gives me reason to have trust in him. So those are the two reasons, the two players that I'm having the most expectations for. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to talk about, or actually I'm going to talk about their last 15 games, both offensively and offensively and pitching. Man, I'm just, again, nervous and what
What do you think?
if and they can do it, because my God. Okay. The last 15 games. Let's how about, I'm just gonna keep it simple. Batting averages. Justin Turner in 10 games, 394, 1096 OPS, 3 runs batted in, 2 home runs. Cody Bellinger, waking up, bro. Cody Bellinger's waking up in the last 15 days, which is 13 games. 2 home runs, 8 RBIs, 349 batting average, 1086 OPS, 481 on base percentage, 605 slugging. Damn. Edwin Rios, he's got to be on the roster, right? 12 games. In the 12 games. Fuck, 12 games. He had 5 home runs, 8 RBIs, 313 batting average, 1,177 OPS, 1177 OPS. Jesus Christ. Zach McKinsey's not going to make the roster. Unfortunately, Will Smith, 11 games, 286 batting average, 872 OPS. I mean, yeah. Chris Taylor, 283, 1005 OPS. Corey Seager took a slump. He went on a little slump. He went from, I mean, he still has the best batting average in the team, but he finished the season with a 269, 808 OPS. The last, what is this? 13 games. Damn it. That's not good. That's not a good sign, actually. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. And then Mookie Betts, 260, 742 OPS. The disappointment, bro. The disappointment that I have with Max Muncy, 186, really. The last 10 games, 186. Gavin Lux, mistake keeping him over. The mistake of keeping him over Alex Verdugo, who was already a leader, who was already energetic, had the electricity, he had the ability to hit, and was a great defensive outfielder. I get it. The outfield was packed. But come on. We're really going to choose Jock Peterson over Alex Verdugo? AJ Pollock over Alex Verdugo? Damn, that's not good. That's not a good sign. Damn. Damn, that's not a good sign. I don't like that at all. Bad juju. Bad juju. It's a bad omen, bad sign. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry if that's the reason why we lose. Let's talk about the pitching, shall we? Where I'm not too worried at all. Mitchell White, he has a bright future. He's not going to make the roster, though. I just don't think, a couple of starts that he had, or a couple of games that he pitches. He only pitched 2 innings. Yeah, he's not going to make the roster. Kenley Jensen. These are our last 15 games. 6 innings pitched, 0 earned runs. Woke. Caleb Ferguson, man, huge blow to the Dodgers bullpen. Dodgers pitching. Walker Buehler, 0 earned runs in 4 innings pitched, which is basically 1 game. Victor Gonzalez, this kid, Victor Gonzalez, way to represent. 6 innings, 1.42 ERA. Jake McGee, 5 innings. It's crazy that the Rockies gave up on Jake McGee. It's wild. 5 innings, 1.69 ERA. Dustin May, 14 innings, 1.88 ERA. Dustin May, bro. Pedro Baez came back, 4.2 innings, 1.93 ERA. Adam Kolarek. Adam Kolarek. 4 innings of work, 2.25 ERA. Julio Urias, 11 innings of work, 2.31 ERA. Clayton Kershaw, 17 innings of work, 2.60 ERA. Josh Sports didn't have enough innings to qualify, 3 innings, but he had a 2.70 ERA, pretty good. Broussard Gratterall, thank you, Boston, for saying no. 6 innings of play, gave us a 2.70 ERA. Tony Gonsolin, 18 innings. Tony Gonsolin, 3.50 ERA. Joe Kelly, not too pleased with your performance, 3 innings, but I love your tenacity. I love your, I just love everything about you. The shit talking that you do, love it. Unfortunately, the numbers don't look so good. 3 innings, 4.91 ERA. Dylan Floro, 5 innings of work, 6.70. I'm not too confident in that. Holy crap. And then the 2 guys that are probably not going to make it, Alex Wood and Blake Trinan, 8.44 and 9.60. Damn, you might as well just say a 10 ERA for both of them. So, yes, 13 pitchers, 13 batters. Is that what we're going for? Alex Wood definitely. Oh my God, I don't think the roster has come out yet, but God, I'm gonna be pissed if Alex Wood is in there, because you already know Dave Roberts is gonna go with that Cinderella story and try to push him into a key situation where he's gonna give up the lead, cost us the win. You already know, man. I'm not even. Oh. Yeah, I don't see the roster out yet, but I'm confident in Walker Buehler, and I'm confident in the pitching, not Kershaw. This is the year, though, that he could prove everybody wrong and have that Cinderella story. 2017 should have been the Dodgers' year. But again, we're here. We're in the now. Let's focus on the now. And Dodger fans, again, I'm asking you guys for suggestions, and what are you going to do to combat the stress? Because in one day, I'm talking about in between 6 and 7, there's going to be 2 huge games on Wednesday for LA sports fans, Lakers and Dodger fans. I'm going to have a laptop. I'm going to have the TV on. I'm going to be multitasking. I'm not going out. I'm not doing that. The house is burning down. I'm staying. I'll spit on that fire. I'm not moving. But what are you guys doing to combat the stress? What are you guys going to do to avoid the high blood pressure? Point me in that direction, because I'm going to need it on Wednesday. Tomorrow, I'm going to be sweating bullets. I'm going to be stressed out. I'm already, antsy like that. I'm already tripping, guy. So, yeah. Tomorrow, the American League, Minnesota, do your thing. Minnesota, we're all rooting for you. We're all watching you. If you guys choke, never throw the whole team away. Just throw the team to the trash. Give us back Kenta Maeda. And speaking of which, Kenta Maeda was in that 2017, so you already know he has a grudge. He didn't face them this year with the Dodgers, so now he has the opportunity to face them in the postseason, the most important time. And he is a Cy Young candidate. So, Kenta Maeda, we still love you, and I wish we had kept you. But I'm rooting for you. I've been having your back since forever. I always wanted you to get paid, get those innings. You deserve it. And, man, I was happy for your 2017 performance, especially in the postseason. And I want you to succeed. So bring that championship mentality that you got with the Dodgers, with Minnesota, and destroy. Just shut them down. Please, Kenta, shut down the Astros. Do us all a favor and get a no-hitter. It's not much to ask. It's doable. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Tomorrow, I'll do a quick session or something, a quick, what are you guys doing to watch the game? And we could chat, discuss some options, and maybe be stressed together. And then Wednesday, the day before the game, I'll make another live show, and brace your anuses for that. So with that, make sure you guys go subscribe to Legendary Sports ORG. Follow your boy. And yeah, I'm stressed, bro. I'm stressed. My leg's shaking. Thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow and Wednesday. Be safe, be well, enjoy. Let's go Dodgers. Let's go Lake Show. Peace, Lakers.